encouraging. One large children's publisher ironically saying that they didn't work with children. Might want to, children's publisher not work with children, I don't know, you're kind of alienating large client there. Now, one publisher, Action Publishing, was willing to take that leap and trust me and to listen to what I had to say. They published my first book, Flying Fingers, you see it here, and from there on it's gone to speaking at hundreds of schools, keynoting to thousands of educators, and finally today, speaking to you. I appreciate your attention today because to show that you truly care, you listen. But there's a problem with this rosy picture of kids being so much better than adults. Kids grow up and become adults just like you. Or just like you? Really? The goal is not to turn kids into your kind of adult, but rather better adults than you have been, which may be a little challenging considering your guys' credentials. But the way progress happens is because new generations and new eras grow and develop and become better than the previous ones. It's the reason we're not in the dark ages anymore. No matter your position or place in life, it is imperative to create opportunities for children so that we can grow up to blow you away. Adults and fellow Tedsters, you need to listen and learn from kids, and trust us and expect more from us. You must lend an ear today because we are the leaders of tomorrow, which means we're going to be taking care of you in your old and senile. No, just kidding. Actually, no, really, we are going to be the next generation, the one who will bring this world forward. And in case you don't think that this really has meaning for you, remember that cloning is possible, and that involves going through childhood again, in which case you will want to be heard just like my generation. Now, the world needs opportunities for new leaders and new ideas. Kids need opportunities to lead and succeed. Are you ready to make the match? Because the world's problems shouldn't be the human family's heirloom. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, parents, students, colleagues, welcome to TEDx Whiz.
I think you'll agree that video sets the bar pretty high for our event, but I know, having worked with this fantastic group of individuals, that this is just the beginning.
This is Darren Frierson, and I'm Jessica Davey-Peel. But let's get started, enough about us. So on to our first speaker. Please welcome Taho Munshi to the stage.
I thought things could get better in schools. Ladies and gentlemen, education as we know it is broken. Today I'm going to be talking to you about 3 issues with schools and education around the world. Firstly, how the current system of education is woefully outdated. Secondly, about how schools kill innovation. And thirdly, about how education is increasingly becoming the enemy of knowledge. But before I delve into these 3 issues, let's talk about the ultimate goal of education. What should schools strive to instill within graduates after 12 or 13 years of their lives? Should it be about preparing them for a job, teaching them vocationally? Or should it be about empowering thinkers, ensuring that students have the creative and innovative ability? Should it be about creating students that are ready to fight in the world of tomorrow? By the end of my speech, it will be incredibly clear that, yes, that is what we should be doing. Okay, so the first issue with education, the fact that it is woefully outdated. Now, what do I mean by this? Ladies and gentlemen, education systems as we know it are modeled upon a time long gone. They are A, modeled upon an intellectual age of enlightenment, and B, an economic age of industrialization. Sadly, I speak of 200 years ago, not today, and certainly not 30 years or 40 years in the future. Now, why is this an issue? Well, back in the days that education was modeled, there was an overriding principle of standardization, the idea of conformity, that students should be